Morning gardener. This is a look at my collard greens, and they'll be planted out very soon. They suffered a lot in this little container. They're healthy, and I'm getting ready to give them a little blast right now, some fishy emulsion to keep them on, because when I take them out of here, each little block is going to go inside of, the yard. Well, big bunches of them, folks. Well, folks, it looks like it's time to start thinning these. These are close to the size of a dime. These peaches here. And I see my praying mantis nest hasn't come out yet. We still got a peach right next to it. A couple of peaches there. They're all over the tree. In other words, they're all over the tree. So I'm gonna, while I'm out here, do a little thinning on just this tree, and then I'll move around 6 inches apart, 7 inches apart. Pick the best looking ones and leave those, and the ones that look so great. But all of them look pretty good. So we'll get the thinning started, and I'll be back. This is, you can see this is good stuff. These are cucumbers, and what's going on here is that they're planted inside of a compost pile, and a number of other seeds have been planted in there as well. So I'm just giving you an update on them, that's all. Look at this, look how that crumbles. Beautiful. And cucumbers, healthy leaves and everything right there. Now what we're going to give them, we're going to give them a little shot of water, because the pile is, you stick your finger in there, it's moist, but very little water. Alright, so that's your cucumbers in the compost pile, and they're doing good. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the no-dig tree. Someone asked me about it, so I'm doing a little quick take on it. It is about 7 feet tall. It produced apples last year. It's very, very, very healthy looking. This is a, let me see what kind of tree this is. Let's see. Honeycrisp apple tree. And it's beautiful. It's just got looks like two leaves on it, but I can always keep them in control. It didn't fruit this year. It's got one praying mantis nest right there, but it didn't fruit this year. It just didn't. Very healthy. Produced a number of apples last year, but this year, it's a small tree. It's still very, very young. And so it's not going to produce this year because it did last year. Now, this is a cherry tree, a Bing. And you can see some of the cherries on it and the leaves. The leaves look pretty healthy. This will get another feeding in May, because I use that technique to help the tree size up. The trunk of the tree looks very, very healthy. No changes in it. And this is a pretty strong tree. So I like it. It had something to eat this year, and it produced like these cherries, which most of them I'm thinking the birds are going to get. Yeah, the birds will get those. And here we have up here, it rained pretty good. Last night, or the night before. And we got all these fruits on them. Okay, so, and this is the grapevine. I'm letting number. This is the, what is this grapevine? Oh God, I can't think of the name of it. I have so many plants in this yard. but it is growing great. And it's gonna get another feeding in May. And it is beautiful, it's doing good. Neptune, that's what it's called. Look at those beautiful, beautiful, healthy leaves. It's growing quite well this year. Go over here. This is the one I added in, Reliance. I put it in this year. Well, a couple of days ago. And it's doing quite well. It's actually showing off a little bit. And it wasn't fed or anything. I'm not gonna feed it until it starts leafing out, and then I'll do something with it. Grapes are right there, already started on it. And we're not even into May yet. The plant is doing quite well. Now what I'll do is in a few days, or might be tomorrow, I will definitely take this tree. I mean, well, they're growing like a tree, because you see I got them on a single trellis system. See what I got? That's one vine, and that's another vine there. And you can see they're growing healthy as well. I am feeding these plants, and folks, feed your plants. Don't leave them in there. They've been out here all winter, hungry. Look at all that. They're growing from everywhere. All down the trunk of the tree is trying to see, sending out little pink, trying to do its thing. Then you got the kiwi over here. It's doing quite well. It's growing up it's going all into these other weeds up top. And you can see, this is crazy. They already started fruiting. That's crazy. They already started fruiting. Now I'm not used to this because they never started fruiting this early. But they're fruiting because they had a nice dose of food and they're ready to do their thing. Feed your plants. Now this one here is the one I got a couple days ago. It looks bad, but here's what's going on. I put it in the ground. I didn't feed it because I wait for it to leaf out. Once it starts leafing out a little, then it gets some food. Right now, it needs to adjust to the soil. If it doesn't make it, then so be it. Let's see if that's green right there. Green, it's still alive. It's gonna leaf out. It's gonna leaf out, folks. We'll keep our fingers crossed. I'm in here, I got most of them, folks. I'm in here thinning peaches. There's one right across from that one. Small, take it out. Trying to get about 6 inches apart, but it's not as easy as they say it looks, but it is in a way, because you don't want to throw away all the peaches. You pull it forward on the plant, forward, like towards the end of the plant. There's a little tiny one here, and I want to take that one off because I'm trying to get a gap of 6 inches in between each one. And if there's any doubles together, I want to get rid of one of those. But look at that. See, some of them didn't even get pollinated. Alright, I think I got most of them. Okay, this tree is not carrying the load it once did. There's one, there's three here together. And you'll see that. So the one right here is the biggest. So you gotta look. The one underneath might not get as much sun, so I'll take that one. I'll take the one on top. And there's a smaller one, you pull it forward. So even the tree is selecting which ones it's gonna get rid of. Because you'll see some small ones. Like here, you see all these right here, these peaches. And you gotta select through these. Because if you don't, you have a bunch of small peaches. A whole bunch of little, tiny little peaches. Alright. I can't reach this, folks, with me on the phone here, but I'm gonna try. Up, forward, pull forward. That one forward. That one forward. Because you try to pull it down, you'll tear it forward. And sometimes as you keep doing it, you'll get to know which ones are drying out and get ready to drop anyway. Like this one here, forward. Just a little tiny little branch, so I'm gonna take the one up here. Oh my God, there's still many more. My arms are tired. There's some right there that I missed. I thought I got them. All right, folks, this is the morning garden. I just want to show you this. These are potatoes, and they're about 5 or 6 big giant night crawlers in the box. I always throw them in. If I see them crawling around, like this one here, if I see this one here, see what's under there? That's nature taking place. See, my stuff is natural. These are predators, and they are part of the food chain here on my property. They'll bite the heck out of you too. Over here, there we go. That's mustard greens. And alongside of it is some kale. Kale here as well. Doing beautiful. Well, we got them in late, but they're still in. It's in May. These are potatoes that were grown early this year, planted. These were just planted. They'll be up in a couple days. This is another set of potatoes. These are sweet potatoes in the back here. You get $4 for 3 of them. That's just amazing. They can do that to people. But that's it. And this is a reserve soil in case I need it. That's a peach tree there. And that's the other cherry tree that's coming out. Total of 3 altogether. That one's coming out. Big burley down at the bottom, but it's going to make good fertilizer. We're going back here to the side of the house where we have more peaches. These are too close. There we go. There's too many peaches. It's way too many peaches on these trees. I mean, look at this. Six inches apart. Take that off. Pull them forward when you do it, because that way it won't tear. All right, I'm tired of taking big, beautiful peaches off and letting them hit the ground. That should be enough pruning. I mean, enough thinning. All right, let's see what we got here. We got some big burley. Oh, this is giant. This is cantaloupe, big cantaloupe, summer squash, and whatever these are, weeds. Summer squash. They're healthy. Moon and stars. I think that's what it is, because it definitely moon and stars. Given to me by Rebel Gardener. All right. Here's another cherry tree that's coming out. Yep, 3-4 years I've had it. I'm getting rid of it. So it's going to be hacked down all in the same day. These are peach trees, so I'm going to put back in peach trees and apple trees. These are apples. This tree took years to produce, years. And it produced this beautiful, now I know these are not crab apples, because I got them from this store that I told you before that was real shady. They sold you whatever, and you thought you had apple trees, but when they 4 years in or 2 years in, they turned out to be crab apples. But these are not it. These are actual apples. You can see how thick the stems are. It's windy out here, but I love it. Beautiful 70 degrees. Grapes, they're right here, folks. Tricky is pruning. This is the smallest, the youngest one. Well, one of the youngest ones. You see how thin it is? This one here, one's been fed and one hasn't. This is the one I got from the store. I think I paid $1 for it. Put it in the ground and you can see it's taking off. A lot of the growth on it is from what was in, well, some of the growth was in the store. Put it out here, fed it, watered it, bada boom, bada bang. There's some new growth down here coming up. That's a red grape called a Reliance. And this one here, we looked at this winter, which was half dead, it looked like. Now it's up at the top doing its thing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing there, folks. Just fed it. It's May now, so I want to give them another feeding. And all this back here is fertilizer. And come back here and weed whack all that down. And these vines here are brutal. So you can see they're not around my grapevines. Not around them too deep. That one there, open space around it because I just keep them back, that's all. All this needs to be cut back. With that weed whack I got in the house, it'll do it. Look at this. Kiwi. Got little kiwis on it. Flowers, rather. And these vines ready for them to be clipped. Clipped back. But this vine is doing good. This is the one I put in here a few weeks back. It's not doing too well, but I got hope for it. See, right there. These vines around it, that's not part of the grapevine, but I think it's going to do fine because it's the stalk is still beefing up. I can see that. It's beefing up. It's got to get familiar with this soil. Well, this is one of my biggest and best looking peach trees, about 5 years old, maybe 6. She got to come out. All of them got to come out. All these peach trees are coming out. I mean, excuse me, cherry trees. Cherry trees. See how big around the stalk that is? I got to cut that down, get that out of here. I'm putting the apple in its place because I need fruit, and these trees aren't producing the way I thought they would, so they got to go. Okay, so come out here one day with the saw, and I'll saw that off, and it'll be fertilizer. I hate to see them go, but they're not producing. We got a lot of noise out here today. This is the morning garden, and I am looking at cucumbers grown in a compost pile. There's the wood at the end there. That's the reason why I made the compost pile, to break it down. I always put my wood in there if I got to get rid of some pieces sometime. Or I put it around my trees to feed them. But I had quite a bit of wood this time, about 90 pounds of it. So I just said, do this method and get it broken down, and then we got something to work with. All cucumbers grown in a compost pile. They're going to be beefy because of where they're growing. This is just wood, leaves, and grass clippings, and that's it. And these were put in here not too long ago, and they're doing real good. We had about 3 days of rain, so everything is just breaking out of the ground. Dark green, pretty. That's what I want. All right, let's go to the next plant.